everybody, calm down. I get very excited at the beginning of my show. Gotta relax. I gotta relax the way I drive, very relaxed. We're gonna dump out this load and get loaded with 3/4 stone. Boston Trucker here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy it. The scorcher today. It's gotta be 97 degrees. Who tightened this thing down? Any professional rock haulers, tell me in the comments below, how do you avoid that? One guy once told me he puts a towel in the wheel well so the rocks land on the towel, and he pulls the towel out. I tried that once. As soon as I started rolling forward, the towel rolled out of the wheel well. We're on the old Route 2A going westbound, going around an accident, coming into Concord. The old Minuteman Trail. A lot of history right here. Look at these old houses. Go back to the colonial days, Revolution. You ever get up to Massachusetts, you gotta visit Concord, Lexington Green, Battle of Bunker Hill, Paul Revere. That all happened right here along these roads. Popular questions now. How's the girl doing? Well, the girl has a name. Her name is Rosemary. She also goes by Rosie or Rose. I think I call her Rose most of the time. The girl is doing fantastic. From day one. She's awesome. She likes to work. She shows up every day. She keeps her truck clean. Got a good attitude. Natural driver, handles everything we've thrown at her so far, likes overtime, don't ask for anything more. I've always been a big supporter of female drivers, because most of them are just good drivers, they try harder, they're more detail oriented. And yeah, I can't say enough good things about female drivers. Of course, there's a few that aren't great, just like men. I mean, how many bad male drivers are there? There's probably more bad male drivers than there are bad female truck drivers, to be honest. So women in trucking, that's where it's at. You know, there weren't that many when I started 35 years ago. I think back then it was maybe 2%. I think we're maybe up to 10% now? I don't know. I might have just made that up. But there's a lot more female drivers, and it's good to see. And she was a great high. She just turned 20 years old 2 days ago.
So it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I saw you coming in.
Yeah. Thank you. That's a nice truck.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
My competition up there, huh?
Oh my God, yeah, 577 trucks.
Phoenix had coming in like that Monday or whatever, start filling it up. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was awesome though. It was probably one of the best shows in New England history. It was really something.
Yeah, I've been up to racetrack. I haven't been up to Greenfield. They got a big spot up there.
Yeah, huge fairgrounds. They had a lot of like barns where they had vendors in the barns. They had a BJ in the bear truck inside the barn there. And they had the guy, Greg Evigan, who played BJ, signing autographs. They had Tony Justice, country trucker singer. They had all kinds of stuff. Light show, truck pull, everything.
Yeah, they didn't do any of that shit up the racetrack.
No. They got it fine-tuned and dialed in now. That was the owner of Powell that came up to me in the pickup truck. He asked me, how do I keep my truck so clean? I never know what to say. I wish I could do a retake. I should have explained to him that it's all about the engine fan and keeping the speed down. It's all it takes, really, but we got about 70% chance of rain today. It's going to rain from about 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. I hate to have to wash this tonight and tomorrow in this humidity. It's going to have to be done, though. Okay, we're heading eastbound with a load of sand. We have a triaxle load of sand. What does that mean? So a trailer load of sand for us would be about 33 tons, 33 and a half tons. Put us right at 100,000 pounds. A triaxle load of sand means we didn't need a full load, but we're just topping off the bin right now. Triaxle load's about 25 tons. That's what we got on. We're heading eastbound. The scale was open. The DOT was in there. Not scared. DOT doesn't scare me. They were open last week. We don't have a lot of DOT enforcement around here, like scales and things. I mean, they pull you over on the side of the road, and that's their job, and that's what they do. And they're usually looking for the bad apples. You know, they leave me alone usually. I'd be happy to get pulled over by a DOT. I find them fast. I find it fascinating what they do and interesting. I usually meet a couple good people. And so last week I was coming across, they had just closed, I guess, when I came up on them. For a split second, I thought about going around. I don't know why. I wasn't heavy, like 96,000 pounds. I was 3,000 under. Thought about going around for a second, just to avoid getting delayed, really. I had to pick up my kid from school and was getting late. And I'm glad I didn't, because I heard they were all on the back roads pulling over trucks that were going around. So I will say a trick that I learned decades and decades ago is when you're approaching a scale, a few miles before you get to the scale, slow down. Let the other trucks go by you. Let the scale fill up. Like, I learned that going down Cajon Pass in California back in the day. I-15. Hold on a second. Where you going?
Hey, my buddy has the other way. The chicken scales are open still, you know.
See, the chicken scales are open? 10-4, thank you. Saves the guy behind me in a triaxle worrying about the scales. He's warning me that the scales are open. He needs a better radio, but I picked up what he was putting down. Back in the day, you come down I-15, you know, out of Vegas, heading towards LA. You come down El Cajon Pass, there's a scale right at the bottom. The parking parking area. Brake check up on top. Wow. Oh, here comes... Are you Mr. Hoffman? No, it's...
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Hey, Boston Trucker, Mike Gaffin. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, doing good. Sorry I missed the show this weekend.
Oh, man, you missed a good one. You have to make it next year, buddy.
Yeah, I know it. We just had too much going on at home, but you got a rest area full over there going east.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Nice seeing you there. Be good. Look, I just got on back there.
Yeah, 10-4. Take care.
You too.
Oh, shit. That's Mike Gaffin in front of me. How you doing, buddy? This is Pete. You remember me?
Yeah, of course. How you doing, B?
Good, good. How you doing? I was up the show. You see the little convoy with the little RC trucks?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, your radio's breaking up there, buddy. I don't know if it's mine or yours.
I got a bad wire.
Yeah. How you doing?
Good, buddy.
You too there. You can go around me if you want. I'm just taking my time there.
I'm paid by the hour, buddy.
Okay. You ain't falling for that one. So anyways, you stop at the parking area on Cajon Pass and count about 20 trucks. Like 20 trucks go by you. When the scale's open, I would fill up the scale and they would close it. Or I'd fill it up so much you'd have to go by because it was too dangerous to stop on the road. That's an old trucker's trucker's trick. Let the scales fill up and then come creeping by. But not that much truck traffic out here today. I got Pete in the triaxle behind me with the bad radio and the bad wire, he said. And I got another dump truck behind me, red Peterbilt. And then I got a trailer in front of me. He probably doesn't know about the scale. I'm just gonna creep on that way there, drivers. Come on back, get back to the Boston Trucker. Here comes one in a hurry. Loaded. Hammer down, buddy. Hammer down. In there and a six-wheeler. Looks ominous. But I'm preloaded for tomorrow and I'm going home. Beat the rain. Oh, hammer down time. Get back here just in time. We'll live to fight another day. Mother Nature. Boy, just dodged a bullet. Oh! Got lucky on this one.
package sent to me. If you want to send me a package, get something cool you want me to have. I don't know. I'm not asking for anything, but sometimes people find the address here and send it to me. The address is in the description on my YouTube channel. You can send it to the Boston Trucker, care of A. Cardillo and Sons, 105 River Street, Waltham 02453. I got a package here from Kevin Bordeloo, Jewett City, Connecticut. I know where that is. It's on for $3.95. I used to haul wire out of Jewett City for New Century Transportation. Ooh, this is really cool. This is something I definitely do not have. It's awesome. Wow. It's an Overdrive magazine, January 1975. That is awesome. $2.50. Look at the big Marmon on the back. Kenworth on the front. This is awesome. It's so thick too. There's so many pages. I'm gonna be reading this tonight. Thank you so much, Kevin. This is really. Oh, we got Overdrive Truckers Value $3 dinner. Oh, we got. I'm gonna read it to you. You can see it yourself. Some cool stuff. It's black and white magazine. You got a layout of a TransStar International 4300. CB section. Oh, this is going to be so cool to read. Thank you so much, Kevin, for thinking of me. I think there's more in his package. Hold on a minute. Everybody hold on. You can get a hotel here, the Holiday Inn. By Newark Airport. Look at the cab overs. That was just a thing back then. It wasn't even a big deal, you know. An article about the independent what is that? The ITA, Independent Truck Association. We got a layout for a cab over Mac cruise liner, baby. Yeah. Oh man, you know I have never been in a Mac cruise liner. I've only seen one going by me once, going the other direction. But I've made contact with somebody who's got one, and they're not too far from here, a couple hours away. If they're watching, they know who I'm talking about. Couple brothers. So I am gonna get up there probably in this fall. This is awesome. Well, look at this. Wonder if these coupons are still good. Oh my God. Mass 10. Auburn, Massachusetts, the Mass 10, a truck. Oh my God, why am I so excited? 15% off a winter coat at the Mass 10. That doesn't even exist anymore. Probably half these places don't exist. Lassen's Truck Arena Cafe, Tally's Truck Stop, Lake Park, Georgia. Windmill Diner, Martinville, New York. Another one for the Mass 10, 20% off a pair of boots. Awesome. Vic Cristone's Truck Stop in South Sacramento. Motor Freight Truck Stop. Saddle White Point Exit in Henderson, North Carolina. Whoa. I got some free tapes here from the Calgary Husky Truck Stop. Fifth Wheel Truck Stop in Milton, Ontario. McGill's Truck Stop in LA. South Central Street, where's that? It must be in South Central, right? I got Goshen, New York, Phil Phelps Truck Center, Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Wow, I haven't been there in a long time. The Bath Hotel in Denver, Colorado. Calgary and Alberta. Ooh, Overdrive Date Master. Sign me up. Whoa, look at this. Behind the scenes report from Moving On. Come on now. Oh, this is so cool. Wow. What else is it? What else did he send me here? An envelope. It's addressed to me, Mike. I don't see any money in there. You don't have to send me money. I don't want anybody's money. Don't anybody send me any money. It's a sticky envelope. I know what's in here. Get excited, you guys. Ooh, it's a handwritten note. That's just really cool. Nobody writes a handwritten note. I don't even do that anymore. This might be private. I'm gonna read it out loud because this is pretty cool. Somebody that writes a letter nowadays. I'm gonna stop for a second and make sure my camera is recording. I'm gonna read this real fast. Greetings, Mike. I am a 67-year-old retired truck driver. Tanker fuel, oils, and gasoline 20 years, 1975 to 1995. 1975, I was 6. Wow. I watch all your videos on YouTube. I seldom comment, but am one of your subscribers. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. And if you don't want to comment, that's okay too. That's fine. Give me a thumbs up though, or a thumbs down, whatever. I used to have a subscription to Overdrive magazine many years ago. I am sending you a copy from 1975 featuring the show Moving On. I thought you would like it, like to keep it and read it sometime. Absolutely, I'll be reading it tonight. Check out the double sleeper Kenworth on the cover, also shown in the 70s show. Okay, awesome. I was never over the road, but my father had a home heating oil delivery company from the 50s to 1975. I went to work for a Bosser oil company in 1975 after leaving and laid off from the factory I was working at. I was 19 years old in 1975. Local driver only. I admire you for what you do. All the best to you, Kevin in Connecticut. Over, it says. Thank you very much, Kevin. This really means a lot to me. That anybody would think to send me something, or is even thinking of me, and my videos mean that much to you, that you reached out, and I really appreciate that. And on the back it says tractors driven, right there. Ford's white Diamond Rio with Frohoff inhale tankers, Heil. Diesel kerosene number 2, heating oil number 4, number 6, motor oil, gasolines, Texaco, Hess, Mobil, Exxon. Dude, thank you so much. You have no idea how much this means to me. You're a really good person. To write a letter and send me this magazine, man. Thank you. I'm a little choked up, to be honest. It's dude, I see how much you paid for postage. It's expensive. Thank you so much. Dinner's on me next time we meet, okay? Looking in the back here, I am running late. I gotta get my kid. Oh yeah, they used to have the personal ads you could leave for a driver that you will in the back of the magazines. I love these old trucking magazines. This is so cool. Look at this, White's Truck Stop in Rafine, Virginia. Everybody knows where White's is, right? Off 81 on the left side there. Wow. So cool, so cool. There's so much to see here. A lot of cab overs. What else we got here? Let's get the Phantom 570 radio show. You love those all-night trucker channels. All right, I gotta roll. Ooh, it's a whole dump truck section. Hold on one second, don't go anywhere. What Kentucky coal hauling is like. Overdrive. Thank you so much, Kevin. Appreciate that. You're the best. We got a convoy this Sunday for a little boy named Steven in Weymouth, Massachusetts. Steven's got a rare liver disease. And luckily his mom is a match. Now Monday he's going in for surgery. And little Steven loves trucks, so somebody put a call out to truckers in the area that could do a drive-by for Steven Sunday. So it's only Thursday right now. My plan is, it's gonna be a little tight on time. I've got to take my daughter somewhere Sunday morning. She's done around 9, and then the meetup spot's at 10. I should be able to be there by 10, and then the convoy leaves at 10:30. I'll have to bring my daughter with me, and that's that. You know, we'll get that done. Hopefully I can be a part of that. This is something a lot of truckers do. Bikers do it too, and first responders do it. Not really sure about other industries like plumbers and electricians and masonry guys and things like that, but truckers, we like to go on runs for charity, help out people, and brighten people's days. I guess it's because we have the trucks we can do it. I mean, I don't own this truck, but I can
can do. I can basically do what I want. I'm allowed to do what I want. It's a nice freedom to have. Why would anybody quit this job, really? Like, seriously. Oh my God. I haven't missing the road today. I started reading that Overdrive magazine last night. And thanks again, Kevin, for sending me that magazine. And yeah, I was thinking about my younger days, the old cab overs, GMC Astro, 10 years old, my first road trip. I went to Cleveland, Ohio with a load of Zayres department stores. Back up to the door, they hand you these really, really heavy rollers and these stands you put them on, these stanchions. Man, you can get hurt doing that stuff. I did it later on in my career, you know, a few years later when I was on my own for CVS stores and TJ Maxx. Oh my God, TJ Maxx stores. The whole beginning of my career was CVS and TJ Maxx for land. I remember being a kid, it was the first run. We had a bunch of Cleveland stores, like Palmer Heights, Euclid, I can't remember the other names. Then we went over to Gary and Hammond, Indiana. In Hammond, there was a loading dock at TJ Maxx, and we had the rollers going from inside the warehouse into the trailer. Well, there was a gap between the trailer and the warehouse door. And I walked backwards and fell between it and caught myself before hitting the ground. And I remember knocking the wind out of myself. That's a memory of mine that I'll never forget. Just knocked the wind right out of me. I'm sure Dad remembers that. But yeah, those were good days, man. The old Astros, the old cab over Kenworths, no air conditioning. They had fans in them. AM, FM radio. No cassette, no satellite radio. Nice Western Star. I don't hear me say that very often. Yeah, you know, loud, obnoxious trucks, the smell of diesel at the truck stops. It was awesome. Awesome times. Good food, truck stops, cigarettes, everybody smoking. Missed those days. Missed those days. I remember when I was older, like 16, 17. Dad's Western Star, and you know, we was running the West Coast with a 315 Cat, a 10-speed, 42-inch bunk, no Jake brake, and running up to the Northwest, going out to Eugene, Oregon, Bend, Idaho, hauling Tupperware and American Tourister, and hauling Carroll Cable, heavy stuff out there with no Jake brake. Didn't think nothing about it. Dad never had a Jake brake until 1990 when he traded in his Western Star for a 379 Peterbilt with a stand-up. That was luxury. Jake brake, 4 1/4 Cat, 15 speed over. Not double over. There was no such thing as double over. That's a made-up fairy tale. Those are the days. But that was about the year 1990 when I was already driving myself. I started driving December 1988. December 14th. My birthday, my 18th birthday. But even I miss my land transport days and my Bud Meyer truck lines days. Other than that, I don't really miss anything. Ken salad dressing, that was a good job. That was fun. Land, man, I tell you. I was a little punk. Oh my God. We started out there just
driving single axle Fords and Internationals, making deliveries to Osco Drugs in Boston, and going down at nighttime down to CVS warehouse in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Switch trailers, bring it empty, bring back a loaded trailer for the road guys. Mind you, I was running to Rhode Island. I was just 18 years old when, you know, wasn't supposed to leave the state. No big deal. I didn't think nothing about it, right? And a few months later, I'm running coast to coast. I mean, I wasn't even 19 yet. It was 18 and 8 months maybe. And, you know, my local truck had become this cab over international. It was an 87, 96, 70. Just a Lily Lease white cab over international. The mattress was gone. And that was my local truck. And I felt pretty badass driving a sleeper truck in Boston, being 18 years old. The cab over. Put a CB radio in there. 2 big antennas. Red ones. 2 big tall red antennas. And then I got the call to the big leagues. Hey Mike, we got a driver called in sick tonight. Can you take a run to Indiana? I had nothing with me, no gear, no mattress, nothing. Absolutely. Let's do this. Well, but you know, I'm not 21 yet. Just don't get caught. Don't get caught. Okay. So I went down, I had a 5-stop New Jersey load, starting in Paterson, New Jersey, TJ Maxx. Hackensack, Plainfield, Homedale, and Edison. 5 stops. Go to South Kearney. You know, I'm not even 19 yet. I'm like 18, 8 months about, yeah. Go to South Kearney, load a floor load, top to bottom, dusty boxes of clothing, stuff for TJ Maxx warehouse. Take that to Evansville, Indiana. Leave South Kearney probably 5, 6 o'clock at night, a rush hour. Start heading west. Get out to Carlisle, went to bed. All-American Carlisle, right? The All-American truck stop. Now it's a Petro. Up to Carlisle. Get up in the morning early, straight to Evansville, Indiana, one shot. Right across the PA Turnpike, 70, Washington, PA, Somerset, Washington, Wheeling, Washington House, Buckeye Lake, Columbus, New Paris, right across 70, Indianapolis, Terre Haute, get on the 041, right by Larry Bird's home, bang a left, 41 south, to Vincennes, right to Evansville, TJ Maxx warehouse. Drop the trailer, spend the night, pick up a loaded trailer the next day, TJ Maxx stops. 5 stops, South Carolina, Columbia, Spartanburg, Blacksburg, Hilton Head, deadhead up to Georgetown, South Carolina, International Paper, pick up a paper load of rolls of paper, pick that up Friday night, Saturday morning, get up and roll from Georgetown, South Carolina, straight up to Massachusetts. One shot, full cab over, no horsepower. I mean, I don't know what that thing had for horsepower. It could have been more than a 300. Didn't care, didn't know the difference. And I make that one shot. Get home Saturday night, early Sunday morning, go home for the day and start running the road. Got myself a foam pad, threw it in the bunk for a mattress. Sunday night, back down in New Jersey, Paterson, 5
4.5, 5 hours down to Patterson, go to bed for a few hours. And that was my run. Jersey, Evansville, Carolinas, IP back up north. Then I got a cab over Mac. Ultraliner, MH Ultraliner. Ooh, that was nice. That was a nice truck. Air ride cab. Oh, I love that truck. Truck number 4629. And then I started running Vegas. I run New Jersey to Evansville. Pick up a loaded trailer in Evansville. The TJ Maxx warehouse in Vegas. Drop a loaded trailer, grab it empty. Got a call coming in. I can have a phone call. Phone call from the boss. Probably boring to a lot of you. But we get out to Vegas. I'd either bring a loaded trailer back to Evansville or to Worcester, or take it empty down to LA. Not the good parts of LA. You know, off the 10 off of Bandini, you know, that area. Load a floor load, top to back. I mean, it's high. You get it right up to the ceiling, all the way back. So you know, you're top heavy. Didn't really care about weight. They weren't that heavy. Didn't care about logbooks, that's for sure. Didn't care about recaps. Didn't care about how many hours are on the clock, because I really didn't know any better. I didn't know any different, and I didn't really care, because my logbook said I had a week's vacation before every trip. So 1 book, 2 books, whatever it took. I could do that trip to Vegas and back 6.5 days, 5,600 miles. Why do I miss that? Oh, I do miss it. It's like good truck stops along the way. Not that I stop very often, but there was some good truck stops, you know? Along the 81, White's truck stop I liked. Just stop at one in White Pine, Tennessee, off the 81. Sometimes TA in Nashville, which is kind of a hole in the wall, but I go downtown if I had time, which is very rare. 76 in Jackson, Tennessee. West Memphis, Arkansas. Petro. 76 in Galloway, Arkansas. Fort Smith 76. Oklahoma City. Yeah, that's some good stuff. I like the Petro in Amarillo. Amarillo to LA, that's a 1-day trip. 1,000 miles. You leave LA, you're in Amarillo 18 hours. Or vice versa. Armadillo, come on, Mac. Klein's Corner. Milan, New Mexico. Oh, I had a girl out. Man, I had a girl ask me for a ride at Petro in Milan. Holy cow. She was hot. It was right after that whole girl situation that I had. And she asked me for a ride and made me an offer. And,
Hey Mike, how you doing?
how you doing, Bill?
Kid, you looking clean.
I'm trying to beat the rain, you know how it goes. What are you guys off to?
Bottom of 2.
10-4, guys, we'll see you. It's old Bill Ricker. Sam's Transportation. She wanted a ride, right? She was hot. And I'm like, no, can't do that. Been there, done that, right? I go to my truck and I sat there and I thought about it, and I'm like, well, you know, go talk to her, and by the time I went to find her, she was gone already. But a lot of offers back then. A lot of, there's a lot of travelers out there that people just don't know about. Like, when you're traveling in the middle of the night, you walk into a truck stop, you just don't know what you're going to encounter. What kind of people you're going to encounter. People trying to take advantage of truckers with big hearts, and that's where this whole thought of, us doing like a convoy for a little kid. Truckers have big hearts, where most of us are family people. So, and the disadvantage try to take advantage of us because we're good people and we try to believe the best in people, but a lot of us have been scammed so many times, I usually give people the benefit of the doubt. One of my flaws. I'm thinking of a couple times where, like one driver, I was in cold storage in LA, downtown LA, when I was working with Bud Meyer. Some guy was trucker. He was just saying, I'm a trucker, and he said all the right things. I just need $50 to get out of here. I need money for the scale, and I can meet you at the TA in Ontario. I'll pay you back, and never seen that guy again. There's another guy out of Jersey, I remember also. I just need $20 for the toll for the George Washington Bridge. It's a $20 toll back then. I don't know what it is now. It's like $150, I think. I meet you at the Mayflower in Milford. I'll give you $20. Never seen that guy. I pulled in there. I didn't see that guy again. But remember that big hearts. I don't know. Anyways, I'm missing the road. But it's okay. I'm not going back on the road. But I was talking to a guy at the truck show the other day. Man, I'm so bad with names. Shoot. What's that guy's name? Oh, man. Can't remember. It'll come to me. Anyways, I was like, dude, you want to go on a vacation? Let me know. Pilsky? What's his name? Last name Pilsky, right? Pilsky. He's probably watching this, yelling at the screen. Him and his wife in bed right now going, Pilsky! I remember his wife's name's Adriana. Is it Bill? Robert? Oh, man. I hate that. I'm bad with names. So I meet you a couple times. Sorry there, Bill or Robert. This ain't making a video anyways. I said, hey, you ever want to go on a vacation? I'll come down and drive your truck for you. He runs California every week. The Landstar. Landstar probably has rules against that anyways. They're pretty strict about stuff, but a few more years. Kids are out of school. Maybe I'll do a run once a year. That's the fantasy. Do a West Coast run once a year. That'd be awesome. It has to be in a cool truck though. I'm not doing it in one of them Tupperware trucks. No way. It's got to be a cool truck. Long hood. With a gear shift. I'm ruining my street cred. I better do it quick though. They're not that popular anymore, these gear shifts, I guess. Gotta have them. Oh, it looks like it wants to rain on me. Man, I'm gonna be out there washing tomorrow morning, I know it. What I'd like to know is, number one, what were your favorite truck stops from back in the day? And if you're still running the road, where are the old mom and pop stops that are still around? If somebody's looking for them, like where can you find them? Are there any around still? Delivery to Marlborough from here, and then I'm going to go back and forth to Marlborough out of the gravel pit. Just when I thought it was going to be a routine Friday, throw some change in the action. Yeah, I like that. On Route 20 in Marlborough, it's all under construction. Stomping grounds. When I drove for R&L carriers for a year, I used to peddle freight in all the boroughs. Marlborough, Southborough, Westborough. Oh, look at that Peterbilt. Northborough. Did was we went right to the edge, pretty much dumped over the ledge, into a hole. I didn't go too close. Sometimes these edges are a little soft. I want to avert disaster at all costs. I was here about 3 or 4 months ago. I don't know if you remember. I came in here, brought in some gravel, took out some unscreened loom. I loaded myself with that John Deere. Very exciting. I'm sure you marked the calendars for that date. Estes, I'm sure they're busy today. Up at the Hudson, we'll get on 495 right there. Take that up to Littleton. It looks like UPS has averted a strike. Came to an agreement with the Teamsters Yellow Freight doesn't look so lucky. It looks like they might be closing. Right along with New Penn. These companies have been around for like 100 years. My entire trucking career for sure, and when I was a kid, I mean, you always saw Yellow Freight, New Penn, Teamsters. All those drivers counting on their pensions. You can't count on a pension. Counting on their pensions, they got screwed. They might not see anything. That's pretty sad. Sad when the people with power take advantage of the working people. It sucks. I'm sure the Teamsters will get jobs for all those people. It'll be okay. A lot of Teamster jobs looking for drivers. Wrong. There aren't. That's the problem. The Teamsters aren't as strong as they used to be. And it's probably, I'm not saying nothing bad about Teamsters. I don't have anything bad to say, but there's probably more out-of-work Teamsters than working Teamsters. I mean, for example, when APA Transport went out of business in the 2000s, their main terminal was North Bergen, New Jersey. I was driving for New Century out of West Hampton, New Jersey. And we got about 20 APA drivers come over there because there was no, we weren't union. Why did they come over to New Century? Well, we paid union wages. We're paying good money, in other words. But there weren't any Teamster jobs for these guys to finish out their careers, which is, you know, that's how it is. And out of the 20 APA drivers that came to New Century, by the way, fun fact, they all quit within a couple months. We worked hard over there. We worked real hard. New Century. We worked hours. It was, you know, and there's no union reps backing you up. You know, and I know the Teamster talking points are, well, you know, if you work for a non-union outfit, you know, if your dispatcher or your manager is having a bad day at home, you didn't get some the night before, he can fire you. Well, that can't happen when you're a Teamster, but how often does something like that happen? Not that often. Unless you're a real screw up. So now these union drivers at the Yellow, you know, what are they gonna do? You know, they're gonna, it's like a ghost town. It sucks. I've been watching the videos on TikTok. I feel bad for these people, but you can't put all your eggs in one basket, as they say. You know, I've been in the 401ks since I was 24 years old, but I started one at Bud Meyer, and I rolled them over, and there were years where I worked for companies that didn't have them, and they just kept growing and growing and growing, a little bit at a time. We just started a 401k here about 2 years ago. I'm in that. It's a separate one. I got some IRAs, and you gotta save your money, and you gotta get a 401k, and you gotta get an IRA. And yeah, it's just my opinion. You know, everybody's got one. That's what's working. Hey, what's working for me. I'm looking at being able to retire, hopefully. You know, comfortably, and work part-time if I want to, or full-time, whatever I feel like it. So, I wish all those Yellow and New Penn drivers a lot of luck. You know, they're all bummed out. You know, I've been watching these videos and they're scanning the ghost town that is now Yellow Freight. And all the junky equipment. See, that's the trade-off when you work for a union company. You drive, they don't care about driver comfort. They're paying so much money for wages and insurance and pensions, and most companies don't care if those drivers are comfortable, if they have air conditioning. They're driving some real gnarly equipment, you know, single axle, spring ride, junky, old Internationals and Volvos, and you know, and a lot of these guys are crying to get back in those trucks because of their pensions. You know, they got caught up in the system. You know, don't get caught up in the system. Don't get too dependent on anybody. The only person you can depend on is yourself. I mean, I can't depend on my 401k, but I can tell you what, I get a statement every quarter. I know what it's doing. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, but it's mostly up. The last few years, it's been doing really well. So, just keep saving, and you got to put money in your savings account too for a rainy day. I like to be flush with cash if I need to be. You know, you can only depend on yourself. So when I say cash, I mean savings bank. Don't come into my house expecting you're gonna find cash everywhere. We're on our way to the gravel pit. We're gonna get some gravel and come on back here. 10. You know, my father was a Teamster for 9 years, maybe 10. 1970 to like 1980. Right at the height of deregulation. And all these Teamster barns were going out of business. You know, he drove for Cape Cod Overland Express, Avon, Mass. And I remember they went on strike. Dad was on strike with everybody else, and they went out of business. And I know that was tough. That changed his entire life trajectory. You know, and then he went to work for APA, 29 days. That's it. Then after the 29th day or 30th day, they either bring you on or that's it. After 30 days, they got to keep you. Something like that. I'm not really sure. Went to CF. And he worked for Consolidated Freightways, Roadway. You know, after 30 days here, 30 days there, 30 days. You know, and Dad, you know, he's from Israel. You know, and this is, you know, 40 years ago. You know, his accent was pretty thick, and I think maybe he was discriminated against because he was a foreigner, even though he was by that time he was a citizen of the United States. And he had to put food on the table, and he ended up driving over the road. You know, he worked for, I remember he pulled up in front of the house in a GMC Astro, a Westwood Carnage. He was going on his first over-the-road run. He was going on a team run out to Chicago area. He came back. I don't remember. I was only like 10. He didn't stay at that job. Then he went to work for a guy out of Avon, Provident Leases, Paul Devaney. In another GMC Astro, a little older one. And he worked for that guy for 7 years. Running the road and paying the bills and not being home, not watching his kids grow in those important years. But he had to do what he had to do, and then he became an owner-operator, and the rest is history, you know. But, you know, when the Teamsters, when he lost his job at Cape Cod, and he was a Teamster, they didn't take care of him, so it always kind of put a bitter taste in my mouth a little bit. You know, when I was coming into trucking, Dad was like, yeah, you got to be a Teamster, you got to be a Teamster. But he changed his tune after a few years. He didn't feel so strong about it looking back on his life. You know. But, you know, and my parents weren't good with money. They did a lot of screwing up with the money. And there were a lot of other circumstances that happened. Family circumstances, but so I try, you know, you gotta try and do better than your parents, they say. I can already see my kids are gonna do better than I am. Smart kids, real smart. So, it's life. I'm doing okay. Doing all right in life. I've got a little house in the city. Got in at a good price. Was gonna sell it after 5 years and buy a big house in a more affluent area. The market tanked. Same week we put it on the market. 2008, I think. Market tanked. Kids got acclimated to the school, started making friends. We ended up staying in the neighborhood. And we're happy. We don't need much. You know, we got a very reasonable mortgage. We're good at saving money. Travel a little bit. We don't buy toys and cars, and you know, I've never had a car payment more than $250 a month. And I don't buy them big expensive cars and $80,000 cars. I got a decent car. My wife's got a decent car. We don't have expensive taste. We like to go out to eat with like to get dressed up sometimes, go out to eat. Go for a nice meal, you know, a nice steak dinner or whatever. Go on some vacations here and there. I never went on vacations before I met my wife. Never. Wasn't comfortable with it. Didn't like not working. That's changed me for the better though. I recommend anybody go on a vacation once a year. Go somewhere, no matter where. We're already talking about next year. We're going to Florida in 2 weeks. I don't really count that as a vacation. I count that as more like torture. Florida in August. But we're talking about next year. Where do we want to go next year? I like to go back to California. I love California. I love the West Coast. I like to go back to Monterey, San Francisco, go up the coast. She wants to go to Europe, somewhere in Italy, you know, somewhere in Europe maybe, Austria. I like to go to Romania and Lithuania, just kind of like the homeland, to half of my family. Maybe go to Germany. I'm not complaining. Life's good, man. Hope your life's doing well. Comment down below. How's your life? Are you going on any vacations? You got any vacation plans this summer? Number 3. Hudson, Massachusetts. Thank you everybody for watching this video. Sunday morning I have the convoy for little Steven, who's got a liver disease. I'm talking to myself. I'm filming over here. Action! Hit that subscribe button. Truck's inside. Just finished cleaning it. First time it's been washed in a week. Didn't even have to wash it, just rinsed. And action. Oh, Teddy's peeing. And action.
Get the magnifying glass. You get an action shot.
Action shot. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Like, share, comment down below. Boston Trucker out.